Today we're going to talk about Lagrange multiplier. So now, suppose our objective function is z equals 4x squared minus 2xy plus 6y squared, subject to a constraint of x plus y equals 72. Now we're going to find its maximum function by combining z and your constraint. Z is equal to 4x squared minus 2xy plus 6y squared plus lambda. Lambda here represents your constraint times x, negative x minus y plus 72. You may see that our x and y here are negative, yet our constraint given here is positive. That is because x and y should adjust to our constant value that should always be a positive number. Now we're going to find each variable's x, y, and lambda's first derivative. Now again, this is our maximum function. So let's find each variable's derivatives. So z of x is equal to 8x minus 2y minus lambda. Derivative of y is equal to negative 2x plus 12y minus lambda. And the derivative of lambda is equal to negative x, negative y plus 72. Equate everything to 0. So here are our equations. Derivative of x, derivative of y, and derivative of lambda. So now we have our three equations, right? So we will find the values of each variable's x, y, and lambda. And by that, we will use elimination method, and we will choose two equations first. I will choose z of x and z of y. So 8x minus 2y minus lambda, negative 2x plus 12y minus lambda. Equate to 0, equate to 0. Now we will use elimination to eliminate one variable, and that is the lambda. So we will multiply it by negative 1. So copy this one, 8x minus 2y minus lambda. So negative 1 times negative 2x is 2x. Negative 1 times 12y is negative 12y. And negative 1 times negative lambda is positive lambda. Plus. So 8 plus 2, 10x. Negative 2y plus negative 12y is negative 14y. And negative plus positive is 0. So cancel is equal to 0. Now we will transpose negative 14y here to get our x. So 10x is equal to 14y divided by 10 divided by 10. So x is equal to 14 over 10y. Now that we have our x, 14 over 10y, we will substitute it to our third equation, which is z of lambda is equal to negative x, negative y, plus 72. That is, so we can get the value of y. So, negative 14 over 10y minus y plus 72 is equal to 0. To negative 24 over 10y plus 72 is equal to 0. Multiply it by 10 over 24. So y negative 30 is equal to 0. Transpose y is equal to 30. Now we have the value of y. Next, we will substitute y to our x so that we can find the value of x. So x is equal to 14. 10 times 30. So x is equal to 42. Now that we have our values of x and y, we will substitute this to our first equation to get the value of lambda. So 8 times 42 minus 2 times 30 minus lambda is equal to 0. 276 minus lambda equals to 0. Transpose 276 is equal to lambda. Now that we have the value of lambda. Now that we have the values of x, y, and lambda, we will substitute it to this equation so that we can find the maximum function. So 4 times 42 squared minus 2 times 42 times 30 plus 6 times 30 squared plus 276 negative 42 minus 30 plus 72. 7,006 minus 2520 plus 5,400 plus 0. Z. So add everything. Z is equal to 9,936. So this is the maximum function.